Perfect. Okay, everybody, this is a summer sprint semifinal game between Butch Shramick and his Wisconsin Badgers, and they're playing Ron Martin and his Pittsburgh Steelers. The winner of this goes to the Super Bowl. We're just underway here. Wisconsin has the ball first. They picked up 3 yards on a flat pass to Mark Boyer from Vinny Testaverde, and then back to Boyer again on a quick slant, shooting at that sixth linebacker, and picked up another 6 yards. So it's 3rd and 1. Fly to Webster Slaughter being double covered. Sack, down goes Vinny. So Ron, guessed that correctly. He figured, he's going to try to go deep here on this 3rd and 1. Pat Swilling got home and beat Jim Dombrowski, and the Badgers will punt. It is a fair catch, and the Steelers will start at their own 16. Up this onto general in case anybody else wants to watch. Going in. Squaring to Stephen Baker, touchdown maker. Linebacker in zones is 6 though, and that's going nowhere. So a lot of guys like to do that. They have 1-6 linebacker. The opponent will think, he's going to move him around a little bit, so I'm going to shoot right at him to keep him in place. Sometimes it's effective, sometimes not so much. 2nd and 10 now. Inside draw to Neil Anderson. Goes nowhere. Guessed wrong, but he's got a hit and miss kind of card. Whoa, what did I miss? I had to jump up and take care of something for a minute. What?
Yeah, you missed a David Meggett punt return touchdown for Butch.
So Pittsburgh got stopped. They punted it away. Meggett returned for a touchdown. Now, how is Pittsburgh getting a touchdown so quick?
Butch has been calling a lot of run, and Ron's been throwing the ball, so there's been a lot of wrong passes. He hit Baker for a long gain, but it only came up 30 yards, got him down to the 9-yard line. And on first down was an incomplete receiver short pass roll, but he just scored on that one.
Mark Boyer. I've never seen so much Mark Boyer in my life. He goes to Mark Boyer again on a deep pass. He's like a Boyer homer. He's always throwing to Boyer. He must be hungry and thinks it's Chef Boyardee. Thank you very much. His card isn't even that good. So,
well, maybe he thinks Ron isn't going to double him and
gives
him an opportunity to hit Vinny's card,
So
plus, he's covered by a 0.
Right. Oh, that's true. I didn't notice that. But even last game, when he was covered by a 5 or a 6, he was getting a lot of attention. So, yeah, you're probably right, though. He's thinking that's the least likely guy he's going to double. And then if he does double somebody else, you get the defender X or short gain. Yeah, we'll probably hear from him again. Oh, Lawrence wants to be added in. Can you add him in too?
I'll add him, yeah.
So Mike is hosting the broadcast tonight because I'm running out of free hours. Make it big again, full screen. So Mr. Stuckey has kindly agreed to let me put this on his hours. So in case I need to call like a SSFA game. What was a 34-yard catch to Reggie Langhorne? Webster Slaughter was getting double covered.
Wow.
That way I won't run out of hours. I can still do. I have you get 20 free hours a month on StreamYard, but lately I've been broadcasting a lot of games off tackle right to Bobby Humphrey, mostly because I'm not playing in them in summer sprint because Lawrence knocked me out. So that's freed me up to call these games. So Lawrence, I guess, are you just listening? I guess he's just listening. Speak up if you want to join in, Lawrence. Screen left to Bobby Humphrey. This action is fast and furious. So much for this being a tough rule set to score in. These guys are going up and down the field.
I know the first possessions were, I think, punt, and then it's just been crazy from there. They're moving up and down the field like there's no tomorrow. Another wrong call.
That one, the defender makes the play, though, Ricky Jackson. This is the Steelers team. Now, Ron was busy with some other stuff, but he wanted to participate. And because we were at opposite ends of the draft spectrum, I picked most of this team. There's a couple times where I would text Ron to say, hey, do you like this guy or this guy? But this team is mostly drafted by me. And that was my pick for him, was to take those linebackers, and they're making an impact. That was a tough spot to have the number 1 or number 2 pick. I can't remember what he had.
Yeah, he had the number 1. You're right.
But there wasn't any standout offensive player unit that like the Kansas City halfbacks. That one year I had a top pick.
Yeah, the linebackers were a solid pick there because you're hoping you get to 24 there. Hopefully you can get good pass D, and he did. Yeah,
but here comes a field goal chance after the linebacker makes a play. Wisconsin takes a 10-7 lead. But as Anthony correctly pointed out, you're better off taking the DBs, even though there were only 21 points, or maybe one with 22 points, because you were guaranteeing yourself good pass defense. I thought for sure I could get good pass defense with the all 6 linebackers, even if you have to play a 4-3. But I only wound up getting average because everybody hammered those DBs, and by the time I got back, I barely got average for him, I think.
Yeah, same with me. That's the second time he hit the Neil Anderson wrong 10 roll, 0 yards.
Wow. Yeah, I know. You're right. I did see that at the beginning. Greg Townsend makes a play there, 4 on a 4. But yeah, that's a weird card. I mean, maybe I should have picked a better halfback group for him to really make this offense go. But at the time, he was the best of what I thought was left. He needs to hit those edges, though.
Right.
There's a flat pass to Neil. That's going to force him to punt. But Ron was the number 2 seed coming into the playoffs, and Wisconsin was, I think, the 8th seed or something like that. Ooh, there's a 3. Sometimes there's a fumble on that. This time it's a -1. Fumble on 11 on this returner. So he rolled those snake eyes to get that mega punt return.
Yeah, he did.
Nice. So 10-7, Wisconsin's got the lead and the ball. 1 yard pickup on guess wrong run. So we got 3 games left. We got the 2 semifinal games and then the Super Bowl. $15-yard short gain, Brad Baxter. That's the kind of card you want to have in these leagues, where you got the double stacked short gains next to each other, +9, +28. I love those kind of cards.
Yeah, they're really good moving the chains, those type cards.
So I forgot to look at your answer. So the baseball league, the baseball series you got playing tonight, retro or modern?
1993.
Nice. Hey, next time there's an opening in your league, let me know. I'm no good with modern baseball, but retro league I might be able to play again.
Yeah, this league is tough.
There's a sack on a must-run 0-yard.
Oh, look at the nice must-runs for Vinny. Wow.
Yeah. I played a playoff game against in a modern league. It was gosh, who was that quarterback? Daniel Jones was the quarterback, and he has a +49 on 2, and he hit that against me in the game.
Was that the one where he tripped and fell with no one around him?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe.
deep to mega it. He's being double covered.
Oh wow! Nice call by Ron.
No, actually, he's only being single covered.
Yeah.
Because the 6th linebacker was blitzing.
Yeah.
So he had just covered by a 4. The defender X could have gotten him some yardage there.
Right.
53-yard punt. Yeah, so that it happened to me, but it wasn't a game where it happened when the game was kind of in question. But I had a big lead at the time, like 21-7. I wound up winning only by 7 because he got one of those crazy comebacks where he gets touchdown, onside kick, touchdown. Here's a deep ball. That's incomplete. Incomplete because of double.
Oh,
Tony Stargell was guarding him, but the linebacker was doubling him.
Wow. Some really good calls from both defensive coaches so far, stopping bombs.
Yeah, and that's the way, bomb to Stephen Baker. This time it's not stopped by a double, but it lands on the interception split. It's kind of like a short punt, though, if he doesn't get a big return. See, he's at the 36, and he got a 10-yard return. I wonder if they're going to fix that in the next version. Did you see how the ball was at the 36 and then jumped to the 46 without showing the spectators the return?
Yeah, you know what? I don't use animation, so I wouldn't know.
Gotcha.
This boy or deep?
And get picked off, back-to-back picks. It's turned from a Stratomatic football game to a Stratomatic volleyball game. They just keep batting it over the net to each other. That's a lot of picks on Vinny's card.
I did notice it says advancement no, but they did advance it, correct?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting the correct feedback. Maybe if I had animation off, it would show it to me on the text correctly.
Right. But if we're showing these games, you got to have animation on,
Right. It makes it more fun for the spectator, I think. At least right. I like it more like that.
Yeah, when I watch these videos, I go in and I punch 1.5 speed.
Right. Then you can still understand the play-by-play.
Yeah.
But it's like you get it over in less time.
Yeah.
50% of the time.
You have the verbose logging on. I like actually the little thinner logging for the play. I know you probably noticed when on my screen it's
oh, this part.
Yeah, the Harbaugh Bavaro there. It won't go into fumble.
Sack fumble. Here comes. Oh no, it's a must-run fumble. Harbaugh beats it around the end, and one of those 6 linebackers slaps the ball out of his hand. Oh, I hope we're not locked up. No, we're not locked up. We're good. And it looks like Chip Banks stripped the ball out, and Jeff Herod recovers.
Yeah, it looked like it was 8
out
of 1,000.
Wait a minute. The defense tried to advance it afterward. and then they fumbled it back. Am I right? Harbaugh was on. Wait a minute. Who had the ball there? Yeah, the Steelers had the ball. Did a must run. He fumbled it. Wisconsin picked it up. He tried to return it, and he fumbled it back. It just doesn't show all of the play-by-play here.
Oh, I got you. Right.
So
yeah, we don't see the 10 roll.
Right. Steelers maintain possession. It's probably because I should have rebooted before we played. So I get my faster animation on. But if I do that now, well, what time's your series starting? 12 minutes? Well, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to put up with this nonsense. I could turn off animation, but that wouldn't be fun either.
No. So
anyway, that's a pretty accurate description of what happened. So it's 3rd and 6 now, 8:42 to go in the half. Steelers trailing by 3. Ron told me one of the reasons why he picked Wisconsin was because he was expecting Vinny to turn the ball over. Maybe he was expecting that, but he wasn't expecting to turn it over himself. 4th and 6. Oh, Anthony asked to be added to the StreamYard. So add Anthony in here too.
It is. Hey, guys.
Hey, full screen again. How's it going, Anthony?
It's going well.
Yeah, I'm running out of hours, so I'm having Mike host it.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can use up his hours.
I can do it tomorrow, I believe. So.
Perfect.
Hey, Dennis, I guess Ron's going to owe you some money for you drafting most of his team.
No, I'm happy to do that for anybody. As long as there's not a conflict of interest. If you're ever in one of my units league and you need help with a pick, you're out of pocket, I'll draft right straight off my list for you. I'll pick who I would pick for you, and I'm happy to do so. Pitch out left to Bobby Humphrey, guessed wrong, and it's only going to pick up a yard. So you guys everybody's played everybody in this league. So Anthony, how much have you seen of the game so far?
I just tuned in, just got back from Chicago, watched the Orioles extend their streak down there. So just got back in. So I'm just tuning in now.
Nice. A correct double cover there is going to force a punt. So we'll catch you up. We had a punt return by Meggett to open the scoring. Then the Steelers went right back down and tied it up. And then Wisconsin got a field goal on a subsequent possession. There was back-to-back picks or just before you joined, like each on a deep pass. So it was like, going from one side of the field to the other. And then on that recent drive right before Wisconsin had to punt, Pittsburgh was driving right around midfield. They fumbled the ball. Wisconsin recovered, tried to advance it, and fumbled it back to Pittsburgh. They were able to hold and force a punt. So here we are, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Pittsburgh's got good field position, but right away it's 3rd and 7. Let's see if they can convert. Quick out right to Mark Bavaro, correctly double teamed, incomplete. So another punt. I was incomplete, right, wrong, or double. So Anthony, if you're traveling around following the Orioles, next time you come over here to Anaheim to watch them play the Angels, let me know. I'll go with you.
They've already gone to Anaheim this year, but I'll be back there anyway. And if I do go to a game, I'll let you know. I got some work to do at the airport there, so I'll be back to SNA from time to time. Yeah, this game, it's two gritty teams, right? I mean, they're defensive-minded teams, and it's big plays, and there's a snap fumble.
And covered by the offense.
Okay.
He sits on it. It's interesting. Did you see how usually the fumble recovery will highlight the number that it's on and then go right to a return? But it didn't do that time, or at least on my screen it didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't do that, obviously inside of 2 minutes.
Right, but it's not there. I thought.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not inside. Yeah.
But it was a snap fumble for sure, and recovery team 0. Fumble team recovery die. Can you roll a 0 on these 1 to 2 to 12 numbers? That was weird. I think it was just a matter of the spectator not getting the right log. Mm-hmm. So there's the guessed wrong flat pass to Humphrey for 11, setting up 3rd and 1. Humphrey and Baxter. Anthony, I don't know if you want to. My throat's a little dry. Here's an off tackle right to Bobby Humphrey. I had cystoscopy today where they put a breathing tube down my throat while I was out under anesthesia. So if you want to do the play-by-play, I'm more than happy to give my voice a rest.
All right,
Probably sounds a little scratchy.
Sure. If you'd like, yeah, no problem.
I'll change to being the color guy, so you take over.
Sure. So you got a 1st and 10 now for Wisconsin from their own 45, 2:42 in the half. Who gets the ball in the third quarter, guys?
That will be Wisconsin. Pittsburgh. Wisconsin got the ball first, I believe.
And there's a sack. So yeah, this is the sort of game that you expect a big play to swing it, and then let's see if that team can hold on. In other words, should see lots of sacks. Both sides bring a lot of pass rush. Turnover. There's a deep ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, they've both been going deep quite liberally, trying to hit that big play.
Yeah. And you really can't. And that's what, the especially Wisconsin. I mean, with a massive negative turnover ratio, so many turnovers both ways, that can come back to help them or hurt them in a big game like this. Now, 3rd and 15 from their own 40. Tough spot here. You probably, if you're getting the ball, you might be looking just the whole thing. He's going deep. I guess a deep ball is a punt if it's a pick and it's incomplete. So
during the regular season, the Steelers beat Wisconsin 34-21 and got themselves up 14-0 early, and then 21-7 again, and held on for a 13-point win. This is a little different type of game with Wisconsin leading and giving them all they can.
There's a sack, no fumble comes up, so 2nd and 17. So we've seen, since I've come in, a couple fumbles, 3 fumbles in total, right?
Yep.
Probably 2 or 3 sacks. And the offenses are holding on to the ball such that neither team has put themselves in scoring position, despite all those sacks and fumbles. And now 2nd and 17. It's a hitch to Ingram, and he's going to get 10. So it sets up a 3rd and 7 with 1:37 left. Wisconsin down to 1 timeout.
Why would the defense take a timeout there? Oh, because it's 3rd and 7. That's why.
Yeah, let's ball back. That's another crack at extending the lead.
Of course, if you're an offense and you convert that, you're like, oh yeah, give me that timeout. Thank you very much.
That's typically what I do on defense, and then I give up a big play, and he ended up scoring.
So Harbaugh gets the big completion.
Look at that. Those sack chances: 55, 55, 88, 55, 72, and that was without. That's if there would have been a black die of D. So right. That's the offensive lines here. Ron, I remember. I think I picked one of the very last, like maybe 3rd to last offensive line. And I picked it more for the run blocking than the pass blocking.
Neal gets out of bounds, so 2nd and 8. Pittsburgh still has their 2 timeouts now from the 39.
Yeah, the drop-off at offensive line was quite steep in this draft. I remember I kind of grabbed one in the middle, and it was ugly.
I could vouch for that.
The offensive lines went down quick.
Yeah.
But so 3rd and 4, and Wisconsin running out of options if they get the ball back. Here's a pitch to Neal. He'll convert. So that pretty much seals the deal on Wisconsin getting points, barring a big play. And now Pittsburgh.
Interesting they choose not to go out of bounds on that one, or not to even try to go out of bounds, I should say.
Yep.
It wouldn't have made it anyway, but
right.
If you don't convert there, you want to use the timeout.
Incomplete. Hits the 7 on Harbaugh's card. 2nd and 10. Has 4 or 5 plays left, depending on if he gets out of bounds or not.
Yeah, the 90s kickers, it's not, 90% from 40 yards either.
I'll take a look at his field goal kicking chances.
I think it's 2 to 7. Oh, unfortunate 7 there.
Yeah, he's 2 to 7 and 12 from 23 to 32. and only 33 to 37. So he needs a big play. He needs to convert this.
So Wisconsin has their ears pinned back here, looking for a big sack. Maybe turn the ball over. Down and out to Neal. Must run. It's going to be a sack technically. But must run to 0. So here comes Jim Arnold.
Wow, these guys play fast. We're 25 minutes almost through the whole first half.
I love it. It's my type of pace.
I know, Dennis, you should say next time you get to pick who you play, and I'm picking Butch or Ron because they play fast.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It was a better plan than my criteria. All right, 10-7 here, and Wisconsin, I think they're just going to sit on it, right, guys?
I would be sitting on it. If I'm getting the ball, I'm sitting on it.
I'd throw a bomb.
Oh, screen to Meggett. Nobody home. Looking for the flat pass 0 long gain. Doesn't get it.
Oh, check what a 5 was on Vinny's card.
All right.
Must run.
Yeah, must run.
Yeah. Could have got the 49.
This is where you want to go to one of your running backs with those big numbers on the edges, but I don't think he has one.
No, definitely not Meggett.
Moving to the nickel. Nickel back is up against Brennan. Don't know what his flat pass wrong looks like, but I got to assume that safety's dropping back and he's doubling Brennan.
Yeah, he was a possession.
Doubled up. High INT chance. Gets the no fumble.
Oh my God.
5 out of 6 chances for the big play.
Oh.
So it was only 50% chance to recover the fumble, but man, that's got to give that's some fast heartbeats there. The defense calls a timeout. I think you'll see a knee here, right? Or is he still good? Is he going to crank it up again?
Ron's pounding the table after that last one.
Well, my game against Wisconsin, he went deep here, 1 second left in the half, and scored a touchdown in Wisconsin. So
Wow.
let's see what he does here.
I know. But for Anthony, this is a 50-50 TD play. Same thing with me.
Yards. Yeah, you know.
I hit one against you.
Yeah, indeed. Pro set.
It's funny he put the regular backs back in.
Slaughter's doubled up. Going deep. And he doesn't get sacked or throw a pick. So that's a win for Wisconsin.
Dennis, you want me to disconnect? I got to play that other series.
You just minimize it. If you disconnect, we're.
Oh, okay. All right. I can minimize it and go what I'm doing?
Yeah, just minimize it, and you can even mute it if you want.
All right. Hold on.
Or whatever.
I got to exit full screen or?
No, just minimize the browser.
All right. Let me see.
Hey, do you guys ever use the shadow the quarterback function on defense for
Rarely.
a big running quarterback?
Rarely. Because especially some of like when you're playing Dennis when he has Russell Wilson, he's going to go for it 4th and 1 anyway. You know, so if it limited more yards and didn't cause 4th and 1s, I'd use it more, depending on who the coach is, though.
Right.
And you know, it takes that linebacker off the field, and that's a pretty big deal too. So you pay a pretty big price, and so you got to make sure it's going to pay off. If it means I win by getting, a 4th and 1 at midfield, no, I'm not doing it. It depends on the coach, depends on where on the field.
Yeah, I mean, even if you okay, so this is the way. Let's break it down. The shadowing the quarterback rule works only 50% of the time. Will it even come in to check it? So if the white die is a 1, 2, or 3, it won't even look at it on this shadow quarterback check rule. If it's a 4, 5, or 6, if your linebacker is a 6, even then it only works 50% of the time. So, if your linebacker is a 5 or 4, it works 33% of the time. And if your linebacker is a 0, it works 16% of the time. So even when it comes into play, the 50% of the time it comes into play, it only works half of that. So when you shadow somebody, best case scenario you have is 25% of it working. I think it's a bad use of your linebacker.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks for that. I guess it would only be useful then to prevent a super long game where somebody's trying to get like down for field goal range. You don't care if they get stopped short of the first down, but you don't want them to get 20 yards. But even then, again, the odds aren't that great. So,
Well,
Right. Or
long,
if you're doing it on
fourth and
fourth
long.
down. Like,
Fourth
yeah,
and long
fourth-
is good, you know.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you have Fred Warner in the middle versus Russell Wilson, which that's our dynamic, I think, at Frozen Tundra. There's a fumble. We start off with a big play. It's a sack fumble.
Wisconsin jumps on it.
And there you go. That's Wisconsin's game. We had a 48% chance.
Yep. And it was a 42 on the random. So he's got to take advantage of this. He's got the field position. There he did. Boom. Perfect. Touchdown.
Cool.
So Ron's up against it, down 10.
This is why I didn't want to face Wisconsin in the first round. Because too much can go wrong really fast with that front seven. Which was Butch's first and second round pick, by the way. So down 17-7. Starts off with a carry. No, a throw. Sorry. I can't see the maybe I've got to increase my my definition a little bit here. I don't know how to do it. Looking deep, he's going to connect. Baker gets the 6 white die, which means long gain, big play yet again. And you see Ron connect on long passes here in the playoffs. Really important for the squad. Guessed wrong. Neil Anderson's going to get 15 down to Wisconsin 4. First and goal. Nice answer here from Ron. Facing tough linebackers. Goes tight end, so he's not going to get the upgrade on the line. If you could, Michael, if you're listening, just hit enter. We're out of sync. First down.
Oh, that's Dennis.
Yeah, that's me. Hold on, let me fix
Okay.
it. I just had to go run to the kitchen, get some more water. So how did he get down here? Big bomb, huh?
Yeah. Hit a 6 white die and lifts again on the run. This time it was guessed right running from Neil. Third and goal from the 5. Goes too tight again. So be looking to the edges for good blocking. I think he has a weaker outside linebacker if he runs left at cross. Pass to Ingram. Incomplete on the 4 white die. Decision time for Ron here from the 5. He's going to kick it. And Murray's good. 17-10. And boom, fast forward to, we don't know what happened on the kickoff. Let's see. Nope, don't know. Doesn't tell us. Bomb to Langhorne. On first down. Incomplete. Avoiding the INT on 12 instead of the 11 roll. 2nd and 10. Both teams throwing a ton of bombs since I've tuned in anyway. Off tackle now to Brad Baxter. A little bit of a change of pace. Gets 4, 3rd and 6 for Vinny. .335, not showing blitz against a pro set. Going to Langhorne. He's doubled up. And it goes to the receiver card. He's not going to be able to bring it in. It's 3 and out for Wisconsin. 8:24 left, third quarter. And here's Bailey, who gets 9. So Pittsburgh will start off from their own 40 about halfway through third quarter, down 7. Screen to Neal. And he'll lose 2. 2nd and 12. You'd have to think there's room to run here, as Wisconsin wants to activate that blitz as often as they can, but just gets 4 as it goes the defensive card guessed wrong on the run. So now it's a 3rd and long. 4 Pitt. Up against a non-blitzing nickel. And it's incomplete. So trading some punts here. Arnold on 58 yards from the goal line. It goes 49 yards. So nice punt. Let's see what Mega can do with it. Fair catch. Parcells not happy with that. He likes Mega because he doesn't call fair catches, but he gets one there. And there's another successful double team. Incomplete. Would have been a receiver reading if not for the double team. 2nd and 10. Pro set versus 3-4. It's Baxter and Humphrey. Bomb to Langhorn. It's guessed wrong. 0 men back. Up against a 4. It's a long gain, 61 yards. Bombs away for both sides. And that puts Wisconsin in sort of the edge of good field goal range here to try to get back their 2-score lead.
Is it too early to say it? Vici?
Humphrey just gets 1. He can be a frustrating back. He's got those 7s across the board, but other than that, few and far between for good gains. So 2nd and 9 after the guessed wrong run.
Ron gave him a good call after that play, and Butch says thank you. Nice sportsmanship.
Off tackle Baxter. He's a little bit chunkier, but it goes to the defensive card. He's still going to get 4. 3rd and 5 now from the 25. Not sure of Wisconsin's field goals here.
I will check it. I believe it's 50-50 from this range.
Going deep to Slaughter. Incomplete on Vinny's card. Bold call there. You figure you'd play for 3. And now Biasucci on. And it's good. He hits it. 2 through 6, 11, 12. Gets the 6 roll.
So that's the same split they use for determining fumble recoveries, right?
It is. And now down 10 again. Here's Pittsburgh starting from their own 30. Square out Ingram. Lots of blitzers coming.
9 on the D card. So you see Wisconsin, like you said, using those first 2 round picks effectively, bringing a lot of pressure. And Ron, without a good guess wrong runner, at least not as an effective, consistent one, is struggling a bit.
Yeah, it's tough for Ron here. I mean, Ron's offense, when it runs the way he wants to run it, tough call. Tough reading there on the guess wrong flat pass. He wants to run to set up the deep ball to those receivers. I mean, that's Ron's game plan, typically.
Right.
And now down 10, these run calls from the D are going to be few and far between. Screen to Neal. Puts him into short pass range with just a 2-yard gain, but effective to make the 3rd down doable here.
Bavaro and Manuel covered by a 0.
Bomb to
Goes to
Baker.
Baker.
It's 27 on Baker's card.
Stephen Baker, the first down maker.
Up to the 32.
And if you take out the pick, Harbaugh's had a pretty effective game for this era, 15 to 27 for 178.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason, when I was picking a quarterback for myself, Harbaugh was one of the guys I considered.
Yep.
Ooh, screen pass left, screen pass sack. And I looked at Pete, I looked at Harbaugh, I looked at Pete, I looked at Harbaugh. I liked Harbaugh for his low picks. I liked Pete for his better must runs and end runs. So I went with Pete, but Harbaugh's not bad.
Harbaugh's not bad at all.
I haven't really seen an effective must run from him today, though, that I can remember.
He's had trouble all year. And there's that 7 coming up again. Sets up a 3rd and very long. Got to play for 2 downs here. So interesting to see. Interesting play call on both sides. Down 10. Need to get into decent short pass range at least. On this 3rd.
If you complete a pass here, you're going to have a chance at a field goal at least if you don't go for it. But
inside run. So he's playing for it. And he gets 13.
Defensive tackle 0 or plus 13. The defensive tackle was a 0 in that spot because he brought in the pass rusher. 4th and 3. Decisions.
Showing too tight.
He's going for it, yeah. So Scott Davis, who's his 4'11", turns into a 0'11 and a 3.35.
And those are 4 white die, so it cost them big time.
Exactly.
Here we go. Crossing pattern to Baker. It's complete for 12. Huge 4th down conversion.
Man, you get a sigh of relief there when you're on offense and you convert that.
I wouldn't say the game was on the line there with this much time, but close to it. And Pittsburgh, very much in it now. Guessed right running. No gain.
Guess wrong. That was a 6-yard. That's a big, nice call by Butch. Second and 10. Brings in Mark Green.
Doesn't have much of a card.
Maybe just switching him up there maybe gets Butch to maybe go run again, but he didn't. 6 against the 5 that time stopped it from being 3rd and 8. Now, of course, if you don't convert here, you got to go for the field goal.
Yes. Not sure what Cross brings to the offense here.
A 5 run blocker, maybe?
Yeah, but you're going to run there 3rd and it's incomplete to Bavaro. So 4th and 5. Here comes Eddie Murray. Steady Eddie. Ooh, makes it on the 9. Lesser kickers, myself included, would not have made that kick. And so now it's 2013, 11:06 left, 4th quarter. Big possession. Let's see what Butch does here. I suspect he's not going to change much. I expect to see a bomb somewhere here in this series of downs.
Baxter's that good short gain runner. So he'll juxtapose those runs against the big arm of Vinny.
It's 3.
We haven't really talked about Butch's offensive line. They go 5-5, 5-7, 4-4, 5-3, and 4-7. Good pass blocking defensive line for this era, or offensive line for this era.
And a guessed wrong drop. Humphrey dropped it. Yeah, he's the 4th. I think he had the 4th offensive line taken.
3rd and 7.
Decent line here to try to protect Vinny on this 3rd and 7. And he's not in shotgun.
Yeah, pressure points to Boyer and Brennan. Goes to Slaughter.
It's picked on Vinny's card, and it's a 7 on a 2-7 split. So Vinny really did make the difference there. And just like that, Pittsburgh sets up at the Wisconsin 26, trying to tie it up with 9:54 left.
As you predicted, he wasn't timid with throwing the ball, but as Ron pointed out or predicted, those picks may give him a chance here.
Throws on 1st down. Kind of surprised me there. Did not surprise Butch, though. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete, guessed wrong either way.
Throwing again. This time nobody in zone. Neil is going to get 6. And Ron was probably hoping for more.
Yeah, you get that on the D card. That's a 9-yard pickup or a 10-yard pickup.
But still a manageable third down.
Goes shotgun. Takes him out of the end run, off tackle runs.
There's Howard Cross. He gets 3 of them. So huge 4th and 1 here. 8:24 left.
Goes full house. Sneak to Harbaugh. Run to Anderson. We'll mix it up and throw it with Bavaro, covered by a 0.
Yeah, you got a 6 now at center. But the 6 linebacker likely coming up. And there he is. Let's see.
I'm not sure how much of a runner Tillman is. Carthon's a good runner. Guess wrong if he's going to key somebody. Yeah, he keys Carthon. Wow, nice
I
cat
thought
and
he
mouse.
fumble, but yeah, he can run too.
So he looked at the cards and saw all those guessed wrong runs and guessed right runs for Carthon and keyed him. It's going to set up 1st and goal at the 6. 6 yards away from tying it up. Here comes Green into the game instead of Tillman.
Full house here, which I like.
I just covered up the play. Linebacker zone, -2.
Now may not be full house here. 8 yards out. He's not. Crosses in. Goes shotgun. Takes away those good edge blockers. What's Harbaugh's run situation? And there it is. And he scores on the defensive card.
So he even guessed right. He's only a 5.6 fumbler, but he had like 2 end runs left. Let's see what he's got. I think he had 2 end runs left. I missed it. And he sets him up in his own end at the 18. So this game is flipped around on the arm of Vinny Testaverde. Bombs to the good and picks to the bad.
Opens up with an off tackle to Humphrey. He gets good yards. Picks up 8. 2nd and 2.
Hey, you'd much rather have the runners of Wisconsin to get you down the field.
Square out. Slaughter guessed right. You get 4. Picks up the 1st down.
5 minutes to go in regulation. And we've both seen how the field goal kickers really on each side need to be inside the 22.
We see some more conservatism here from Butch. 3 small ball plays in a row. This time pitch out to Humphrey. Guessed wrong. Gets his short gain on 7. So there's that 7 showing up just at the right time, up to the 45. 4:30 left.
Makes sense to go a little more conservative because you want to, if you're going to take a drive down the field, you want to eat up as much time as you can. Well, so much for that. Bob the Langhorn.
And it's picked on Vinny's 2. Let's see about a return here.
And Snake Eyes on the D card's a long game. So, I believe. Let me just double check that. What happened? He returned it and fumbled it back.
Looks like it, and it doesn't show at all on the.
Yeah, it is a long game. It doesn't show, again, my thing's out of sync or whatever, but that's exactly what happened because he had intercepted it at the 30. He took the return, returned it 22 yards, and fumbled it back.
Wow. Massive play with 4:12 left. Full of big plays, left and right.
If you can, Anthony, if you can pull it up on your computer and log in so we have an accurate box score. Because my box score is not going to show all those plays because it's just going to skips ahead. But you'll have all the fumbles and everything on yours.
We'll do shortly. I have all the setup to do, though. I don't want to miss a play.
Yeah, definitely. You're right. Maybe I'll do it real quick if there's a break. Or actually,
Button hook to Humphrey.
Oh, I know how you can do it. I'm going to start another session here, and then I'll swap them out. Let me get this off the screen, though.
What? Well, now. If anybody does it, I should do it because we don't want to block out the broadcast. So
Right.
let me do it.
Oh, it's a 15-yard pickup. Guess right. No, don't you do the play-by-play. I'm going to move it to the other side of the screen, so we're good.
Okay.
Keep going.
So I think we saw 15-yard short pass completion for Vinny on his card. Now a slant to Boyer. It's going to get a yard up to the 36. Critical set of downs here.
Yeah, I'm back in.
Second and
Back
9.
in with a good box score.
Thank you. Going nickel 3-3-5, so daring Wisconsin to run it, and I'd probably take them up on that. Unless it's a head fake by Ron. It's not. Button hook to Humphrey.
The linebacker covering Humphrey has moved, but it's guessed right on the quarterback's card.
So 6 critical yards up to the Pittsburgh 30, 3rd and 3. Biasucci warming up for his 2 through 6, 11, 12. If Ron can make a stop here. Do we see Vinny fire away, expecting a run and flooding of the flat pass zones?
Calls a draw. It's going to get the defender out of there.
A draw. Both call. But it's guessed wrong. Just needs 3, gets a short gain. And Wisconsin has control of the game with 1:52 left. Can still get a first down at the 1. Pro set versus 3-4. Cannot blitz here.
I expect to see some run calls from Butch just to get the timeouts out of Pittsburgh's hands. Another draw.
Ooh. And 4 yards. Not sure whether Ron is rooting for the short gain there or not. Get him into the end zone, save some time.
With Vinny, though, you still have a chance at a pick if you get to 3rd down and he decides to throw it. So I don't know if he wants him to score here or not. I think he wants to hold him to a field goal chance and get the ball back with a minute left. But one thing, Wisconsin can pick up a first down at the 1, and then they can really end it.
They really can end it at the 1, yeah. Pro set non-blitzing 3-4. Off tackle, Baxter is keyed.
He's a fumbler. Loses 2, but he does not fumble it. 8.3% chance of a fumble in that. The random roll was 650. That last time out of Pittsburgh's been used. Will he run it here or will he throw it? Meggett is not a great pass blocker, leaving yourself open to a fumble chance, but he does have those stacked short gains on off tackle and end run on the edges.
And he's blitzing against him.
I think he's going to run it. He does pitch out right. Guess wrong.
Guess right.
Oh, it is guess right. Excuse me.
But he gets 5 anyway.
Well, some more timeout. That was a short gain. Guess wrong. So nice job by Ron. 107 left. So he'll get the ball with 52 seconds left.
Biasucci hits.
Assuming it's not a touchback. 2 through. That was only 2 through 9 too. 2 through 9 and 12 on inside the 10. Okay, so 52 seconds left. He'll be at the 34. 52 seconds left in regulation. You see all those 0s and 4s out there in the secondary, but don't forget about the pass rush, the overpowering pass rush of Wisconsin against the weak offensive line of Pittsburgh.
Not sure the yardage result here.
It was 8 yards on a receiver reading for a guest right flat pass. He did not move that linebacker out of the way. Kept him home.
Couldn't get out of bounds. Only 30 seconds left now.
And it was not a D on the dice. He's not showing blitz. But it doesn't matter because there's the D. Howie Long gets past Ken Lemire. couple of Hall of Famers there, right?
Big names making big plays.
There you go. Third and 13.
13, and he's got about 50 yards to find here in 2 plays.
No sack on that. Oh, there is a sack on that one. No fumble. 64% chance. And that is going to do it, folks. He can't spike it. He's stuck. Oh, no, he couldn't spike it. Sorry, he does spike it. 1 second left. One last desperation play from Jim Harbaugh. He's made a couple of those in his career, right?
Sure has. This one would have to go quite a way. And goes flat, does not get the 2. 4 on Harbaugh's long pass. Well, it was a defensive card, but it's over.
That's it. Wisconsin moves to the championship game. Ron coached a good game. So did Butch. The story was that strong pass rush against the weak pass blocking and not being able to take advantage fully of Vinny's interceptions. One he fumbled back, and another he could only get a field goal. So that was a fun one. It's a good one. A good game to watch.
Yeah, that fumble on the return is what Butch turned into the winning field goal.
Look at those other highlights. Quarterback sack, quarterback sack, quarterback sack, quarterback sack, quarterback sack fumble. Long return. We got that punt return for a touchdown, which isn't listed here because it was a touchdown. A couple of interceptions back and forth. And then 2 late quarterback sacks. Howie Long, Chip Banks to seal the game. Just a overpowering display of one team's strength against the other team's weakness. I guess Vinny went down. Well, Vinny went down 4 times, but a couple of those were must runs for 0 yards. But Harbaugh sacks looked like they were all straight sacks from the defensive ratings. And there's those fumbles. Pittsburgh fumbled the ball 3 times, lost all 3, and Wisconsin fumbled it once and lost 1. Really, the turnovers turned out to be even, 4 and 4. 3 picks and a fumble for Wisconsin. 3 fumbles and a pick for Pittsburgh. So that's what, it's reflected in the final score as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to probably have to shut it down here because even if Butch clicks on the link, Mike's not around to add him in.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Just keep an eye open to see if
Let me see.
is Butch there?
No, not yet.
Okay. How's your baseball series going?
We're having connection problems. Well, CM problems. So we haven't even started.
Got it. Yeah, Ron says he thought he would win the turnover battle, and he would have if he just wouldn't have advanced that last interception. But goodness gracious, you have to try to advance it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, agree.
So,
especially from that spot, I mean, if you intercepted it and you were in scoring range already, then you might sit back. But
right.
I think it was about the 30 or his own 30 or 35. So yeah, you got to return.
Tomorrow's semifinal game, Presque Isle is at Waimea, and did I hear you right, Anthony? You're going to be able to call that game, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I might join later, but I'm glad you're going to jump on that. That's like a prime dinner time here on the West Coast. So, awesome. Okay, guys, I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down. Mike, can you shut it down and then send me the YouTube link?
Sure.
And I'll send it out. I'll share it out.
Okay.
Congrats,
Perfect.
Butch.
Yeah, congratulations, Butch, if you're listening. And good luck, Lawrence, tomorrow.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sorry, Dennis. I should have tried to get there a little later time. That thought crossed my mind about 6 o'clock on Pacific,
No, like I said, I'm running out of space anyway. I'm glad Anthony's going to broadcast it. I'll just join in as a play-by-play or color guy, just play-by-play.
Okay.
Truth be told, Anthony does a better play-by-play than me anyway. I like listening to his games
You're
more
both
than I
good.
like listening to mine.
You're both really good.
So, all right, great job, guys. Thanks,
See you
thanks
guys.
again, Mike. Thanks, Mike, for letting us use your hours.
No problem.
All right.